Can you all see these iris back here? I don't think that you can, but I'll definitely take a clip before I get up and show you. They're so beautiful. And yeah, I feel like I'm hitting this second wind, so to speak, where it's just unknown territory because I've never created this much. I've never asked this much of myself. I've never like gone into the depths of myself this often to continue to prove to myself that I keep showing up and through anything. And it's just getting to that point where I just know I'm going to pop on the camera and chat with you all at some point in the day. And it just feels really good. I just got back from watching Project Hail Mary, which is the book my book club also is reading this month. We have book club later this week, which I'm really excited about. And I really enjoyed the movie. I really have enjoyed the book as well. I actually didn't finish the book before I went to see the movie, but I got a lot of through a lot of the spoilers and stuff. So I was just happy to watch the movie, and I'm still gonna finish the book. And then I don't know, in a few months I definitely want to listen to the book because I hear the audio version of the book is really, really good, and I love audiobooks. So I don't know, it's just a story that I've really, really liked. And I'm writing a sci-fi, so I don't know, space is just so cool. And it's just cool to think about random things like out in space and what could happen, and I don't know, aliens and all that stuff. Like, it's just fascinating to me, almost because it's like there's so many possibilities, but they are also possibilities that a human can exist in, which I think makes it cooler, I guess, to me, or like I could see myself in it more than, say, fantasy, where, I mean, I love fantasy and there's so much, I mean, there's humans in fantasy and a lot of that stuff as well, but it's still like so enmeshed into this different world that you just know isn't your world deep down, and you could just get to like brain live in there for a little bit whenever you're reading a fantasy story. And obviously there's a lot of similarities because humans write fantasy stories, but with space stuff, and especially space travel, and a movie like Project Hail Mary, which I won't have any spoilers here. I might have a whole talk where we just talk about it, and I'll give spoiler warnings and stuff. But like whenever there's space travel involved, I feel like I can just see myself in it more, maybe, or I don't know, there's just this like adventure element that goes with it that I really, really enjoy. And I just really love the movie, and I love going to the movie theater, and I've almost just recently revived that hobby a little bit. So I'm gonna try to go to the movies a little bit more. Like, it's a fun thing to do. But anyway, after I have these talks lately, like the past few days especially, I've had a lot of throat activation. Like, my throat is just vibrating so much, which is really cool. Like, I can tell it's an element of like I'm just sharing my truth for the first time in a long time, and really breaking down the walls and like revealing so much of myself in a way, and it feels really good, but it's still like my throat is like, whoa. Are you really sharing all this? I like it goes back to a safety thing, I think. Like, are you safe to share? Are you safe to be yourself? Are you safe to share your expression or your express yourself fully, I guess, and what you believe. And I do feel like there can be a lot of hate on the internet, and there can also be a lot of connection. Like, it's as above, so below. Like, you won't be able to connect with the people that you actually won't want to connect with online, um, if you're not okay with potentially receiving the hate. Like, you have to dig deep in order to, like, share yourself, and you just have to be okay with that. Like, there's just a point where there's no more hiding, and you can't just stay in your little safe zone. Or you could, and you just, like, never actually speak the way that you want, or speak your truth the way that you're meant to. And so when the body doesn't feel safe, I feel like it can be like, oh no, that's not, like, safe to share. That'll get you hate, or get, well, like, whatever it is. But the whole, like, more primal point of it is like, that will cast you out, and then you'll die, is basically the deepest fear. So I can see where it comes from, and then continue to remind myself that that isn't going to happen. Like, I love you, I accept you, you have worth, you have value. My little mantra that I say to myself every morning. Nothing out there is going to change that. Not even hate comments, you know? Not that I'm even getting any hate, but it's just one of those things where you see it happen to people who share their truth, and you're just like, oh, I don't know if I could deal with that. And if you're asking for the abundance of connection with people online, and also signaling that you don't know if you can deal with what comes with that, the universe is like, well, we want to keep you safe. Like, stay over here. That's fine. It's okay. Like, you can stay on this corner and not connect, and stay safe from what you fear. And you just have to keep signaling that you're open, and your heart's open, and your intentions are pure, and that you're okay. And then I feel like the universe will be like, oh, the signal's open. Like, it is a fear, but we're still moving forward. Don't let the spirals, what did I say? Don't let the spirals, like, control your next move, basically, is where we're at. And yeah, that's where, like, I can tell my throat is just, like, so activated. But I'm just like, I gotta share. I've gotta keep showing up. I've gotta keep meeting myself in this practice, and seeing where I land every day, and seeing what comes up. And if you don't know about human design, that's completely okay. If you don't like human design, that's also okay. I like human design as a reflection for myself. I am no human design expert or anything. I know my chart decently well, I'd say. I use it for a lot of self-reflection, and I enjoy it for that. But if we're talking human design, my throat is the only defined, like, chakra that I have. Everything else is undefined, is what it's called. And basically that means that everything else, the mind, the heart, all can be swayed a little bit more by the outside world. But things that are defined are very, like, this is surely me. And it's just the most sure of me that I can grasp. And so having the only throat, like, my voice is the only way I feel like I can know myself really deeply. And it's the most activating part about me. And it's the most truest part about, like, my thoughts can definitely be swayed by other people and circumstance and information a little bit more. My heart can be swayed a lot. Yeah, I can be very wishy-washy otherwise. And if I am speaking, I feel so much more clear, even if sometimes it doesn't appear clear, maybe to to the listener, I feel clearest because, and especially now where I'm doing this every day and I'm literally listening to myself every day. And not only am I listening to myself every day here on YouTube, I am also creating activation audios for, it was just a fly, for my kitchen sink series, Women. And listening back to that every day as well. So I'm doing two like auditory things that I'm listening back to, and I'm hearing myself so much lately in the past like 12 days. Is this 11, 12? I can't remember. I think it's 11, but I can tell that my sense of self is like updating almost. Like I feel that update. Like I am reminding myself about something because I'm listening to myself so much and I'm like, wow, I really do. I have so many thoughts. I think so many things. I perceive the world in such a way that is feeling more and more tangible because I'm talking every day and like showing up to actually have a conversation every day. And it feels really exciting. And sometimes, yeah, I don't know. It's been really interesting so far. And I just want to keep going. I think at least for 30 days is my new goal, I'm pretty sure. But it's just been, it's been really interesting to experience the stuff with my throat, like literally feeling like it's opening up in a way. And just feeling really excited. Like I've been doing the throat chakra like meditations, and I'll go to sleep with some throat frequencies sort of stuff. Like I think to me it's really helping. And it feels better after I nap, after I wake up, after I meditate. I just feel like okay again. It's not that I don't feel okay when it's really activated. It's just really intense, and it feels, it's like, okay, this is the direction I need to go, and I'm just continuing to confirm that within myself. And yes, there's that activation, but I think it's a good thing. Like it finally feels like I'm giving myself this energy that I've been after this whole time, and I've been after it within the results of something when I could have just been giving it to myself by showing up. And that's just something I literally couldn't understand until I did it. And it's almost like I really want to capture this moment to articulate to anyone who just really wants to start something, or like has an idea, a little crumb of an idea in their mind of what they might want to do or might want to like feel passionate about, show up for every day. That just the thing that just, even if it feels abstract, like for me, the only concrete thing I feel like I could ever latch onto was YouTube. But I didn't understand that it meant doing something like this, like talking every day. I couldn't have come to this conclusion until I watched other people that triggered this. I could try that. Like if she's doing it, I could do it. Like why not? I mean, why not? Like I feel like I just kind of got to that why not point. But yeah, if there's any one tangible thing that you want to hold on to and work towards and feels a little bit like a North Star and like activates the things that might feel really hard for you otherwise, it can be really difficult to speak your truth if you're not used to it and all that stuff. Like just starting and just getting past that wall and continuing to prove to yourself that you can show up even under circumstances that you previously would have given up in. I think it's just really cool. Like, I think that's when things start happening. I can see so much of stuff happen now. And it honestly kind of happened whenever I was doing my daily Substack as well. Like, I remember the beginning felt so like there was these punchy, strong breakthroughs that were like just at the surface. They were so quick to come up. And work through really easily. Almost like it kind of felt easy because they were right there, and I just needed a little bit of a push for something for them to surface and release and go on. And then there's like that second week and that third week where you're almost seeing yourself in the boring a little bit, in the unpunchy points in like, and you might like feel a little frustrated because you're like trying to grasp it a little bit, but then it all starts actually clicking into place in a weird way. And you just have to see yourself through this part that feels a little bit unclear. And honestly, I kind of feel like that's what Saturn and Aries is all about, is like, Aries wants to move. Saturn wants a long-term vision. Saturn wants certainty. Aries wants to move. Aries wants to go. Aries just is ready. I feel like Aries is like, move uncertain. The long-term vision will unfold. Like, just keep going. Aries is like Dory. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. The big picture will unfold, and like, just honestly holding on to the fact that the big picture will unfold, but also getting to this weird point where you don't care what unfolds. Like, you know that what you're building now is going to feed the resources that you need when the big vision like slaps you in the face. And that feels so much more tangible and exciting than just laying in bed and doing nothing, dreaming really big, and not having the huge vision and no resources for it. Like, build the resources first, and then you can do everything that you truly want to do in this life. And I feel like that's just my Pisces like grand lesson, maybe, is just like, other people aren't gonna struggle with that, but just being in this daydream constantly, like, I can tell that's shifting, and that I'm getting to this point where I understand the resources that need to be built to move forward. And while the big vision might not be clear, which is frustrating for me, I feel clear in what I'm doing day to day, which is just new. And so, yeah, sit with yourself in that uncomfortable part where you're breaking through the wall past the expectations that you ever had for yourself, like, that you ever thought you could do. And then you realize it's just the beginning of something even bigger. And that feels crazy too. Feels wild to be like, oh my gosh, I couldn't even picture like creating 11 videos in 11 days like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And now that I'm here, it's like, oh, this just feels like I'm getting started. Like, how does that work? You just gotta do it. You just gotta show up. You just gotta drop in. And somehow this feels easier than everything that I was doing before. Which is also a really weird thing. So anyway, if you've been interested in Project Hail Mary and you like space, you've probably already read and seen it. But if you're space curious, I would read it and then watch it. It's so good. I mean, if you don't like reading, watch it. um, if you like movies, highly suggest. I don't think it's going to be out in theaters too much longer. Uh, I mean, here where I'm at, it's literally not in theaters after tomorrow, which is why I went today, and I just didn't have time to finish the book because I was like, I really want the theater experience, I think. So, highly suggest if you're at all curious. I enjoyed it a lot. I'll probably have a whole video. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I always feel like I really would love to review and talk about books a lot more on here, but then I don't know. I just like, I, I feel inequipped to review books because I don't take notes and I don't, like, I'm just there for the vibes and then I'm done. And I feel like to ask myself to take notes and like talking points and stuff might pull me from the experience a little bit of just getting lost in a story. But maybe if it's like, I can just talk about it as if I'm at book club and like we're just riffing, you know? Well, I can't riff with you, but um, yeah, just what I guess I would talk about in book club, maybe, but I don't know. I just feel like a really weird book review compared to amazing people who do book reviews that are really concise and um, can just get their point across really well because they took notes. um, so yeah, let me know if you're interested in that though. I would love to just chat about my books. Um, but yeah, so I will leave you guys there. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you're on this daily journey, you know, leaving a comment and a thumbs up, subscribing, it really does help with engagement. Like, I know everyone says that, but I'm just realizing that I need to say it because I'm really bad at telling people to engage because I'm just like, wouldn't you just engage if you liked it? Like, you know, and no pressure or anything, but if you want to help with engagement and getting to my first 1,000 subscribers, like we're getting so close and I'm just so excited for that. Um, yeah, subscribe and comment a butterfly down below if you don't know what to comment. Just a little butterfly emoji. It's just my little sign. I see them all the time and I love their little kisses, you know, that they bring to the world. So yeah, I will talk to you all tomorrow and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye guys.